Muteshimana. I'm a student in the Bachelor of Arts program with College for America at Southern New Hampshire University. And I am conducting this interview as a part of my academic work. I will record this interview and use the information in the article I'm writing for a research project. The article and recorded interview will be submitted to College for America so that my work as an interviewer can be evaluated. This recording will be used solely for this purpose. The interview information will be temporarily stored in the College for America online evaluation system, to which only the elevator and College for America staff will have access. Do you have any questions? You give your contact to be interviewed and recorded.
Yes, I, Emerit Musatimana, give my informed consent to participate in this interview to be recorded and used as a part of student academic evaluation.
Yeah, thank you so much. Agree to this invitation. With this, I have some questions that I'm going to ask you, as well as expecting to get answers. What are the three branches of government?
I don't know.
What does each branch do?
I don't know.
Democratic and Republic are the major parties. Can you name a third part?
I don't know.
What is the basic process by which a bill becomes a law? Thank you so much. My name is Claudine. I'm a student in the Bachelor of Arts program with College for America at Southern New Hampshire University. And I am conducting this interview as a part of my academic work. I will record this interview and use the information in the article I'm writing for a research project. The article and recorded interview will be submitted to College for America so that my work as an interviewer can be evaluated. This recording will be used solely for this purpose. The interview information will be temporarily stored in College for America online evaluation system, to which only elevator and College for America staff will have access. Do you have any questions?
No.
Do you give your consent to be interviewed and recorded?
Yes. I, my name is I give my informed consent to participate in this interview to be recorded and used as a part of the student as academic evaluation.
Yeah, thank you so much for attending my invitation. With this, I have some questions and I'm expecting to get some answers. What are the branches of government?
I don't know.
What does each branch do?
No, I don't know.
Democrats and Republican are the major party. Can you name the third party?
I don't know.
What is the basic process by which a bill comes a law?
I don't know.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. My name is Claudine Muteshimana, a student at Southern New Hampshire University. I'm holding Bachelor of Arts in Communication with a concentration in business. So in this moment, I'm going to talk more about the project called Government and You, and it is under a goal called Contribute to the Society. So I was assigned to ask different questions. I was assigned to ask questions about different things, and I was assigned to interview different people, and as well as asking different questions, as well as getting some answers. With this, I found that the question I was having, people are not aware of that. It means that they didn't answer any question. With this, I'm going to talk about them as well as answering that questions. The first question says that what are three branches of government? So I have seen that there are three branches of government, such as the legislative, executive, and judicial branch. So I have seen that under legislative there is what we call Senate and the representative. So under executive there is president, vice president and cabinet. Under judicial, I have seen that there is Supreme Court as well as other different courts. By moving to the second question, it asks that what does each branch do? I've seen that all branches are working collaboratively because they are having same goal as well as the same purpose. For example, legislative known to make the laws. However, executive somebody known to carry out and enforce those laws from legislative. Apart from that, I've seen that judicial deals to put in action those laws. In addition to that, I have seen that judicial deals in evaluating those laws as well as putting them in action. Each branch can check the action of other branch as well as action of other branch with their own action. Here I have seen that there are two forms of power. There is express power and implied power. In express power, I have seen that in express power they granted in a constitution. However, in a in implied power is a way of delivering power from different powers from different branch laws. For example, we have seen that legislative known to make the law. In the executive, I have seen that they used to represent or to sign about law, and the court may find law unconstitutionally. In addition to that, all branches make sure that the power is balanced among themselves. It means that they use to balance power. For example, Senate confirms judicial appointment and President nominate federal judges. By moving to the third question, says that moving to the third question, Democratic and Republican are the major parties. Can you name a third party? So I have seen that two-party system is a way two political parties participate in voting when there is election. It means that there were two-party Democratic and Republican, where someone who is elected during election, he used or she used to come in this two-party. So in the United States, there are those two parties, and people were elected accordingly. So I have seen that Democratic Party is the one of political party in the United States, and it is one among the eldest party. I say this because it started to work in 1930th century. In this year, they started to promote social liberal, social democracy, and progressive platform. Again, it has congressional caucus that contain progressive liberal, centrifugal, and left liberalism. So I have seen that I have seen that in a Democratic Party, it comes from anti-federalist. You can ask yourself about the difference between a federalist as well as anti-federalist, and what make them to be agree or to have a federal as well as anti-federal. So I have seen that the federalists claim that constitution as it stood only confirmed the government, not the people. It means that federalists, they were thinking that everything needed to be confirmed by government without intervention of people because they were thinking that people are not necessary in making some decision. However, anti-federalists claimed that constitution gave the federal government too much authority and that people would be opposed if there is no Bill of Rights. So anti-federalists were claiming that constitution need to be people needed to intervene in some decisions because they were not having Bill of Rights. So have seen that in the Democratic Party it comes from anti-federalist. So anti-federalist was people who was fighting for having Bill of Rights. With this, they were opposing fiscal policy of Alexander Hamilton in the year of 17th and 19th century. So President Barack Obama is one of 15th Democratic to hold the president. By moving to the second party, it is called the Republican Party. This Republican Party come from anti-slavery activists, modernizers, and ex-free soldiers. So anti-slavery was a group of people who were fighting, who were convincing white people of certain and nothing of slavery about humanity. It means that they were teaching people about they were teaching people about stopping or being against slavery. They were needing to abolish slavery. Again, have seen that they used to send different lectures in different areas so that they can teach people about how can they can fight against slavery. So with this, have seen that Republican Party quickly become official in a period of 1860 up to 1932. The Northern Republicans saw the expansion of slavery as a great evil. It means that people, after being taught, they did learn about how slavery is an act or in activities of evil. With this, they start to be against that action of slavery. With this, 18 presidents have been Republican. Most recently, there is George Bush, and Abraham Lincoln was the first Republican president. So they were asking about third party, and third party. I have found that the third one is third party. This is a political party that is opposing two main parties. It means that there was two parties such as Republican and Democratic, and here there is a third party and it is opposing those two parties in the United States. So this party faced with different challenges due to not being known by many people. It means that if in the country there is a party which is going to start, they have to they need to find a warrant of starting to work. With this, they were not having many people who can help them to have a warrant. However, third party play a great role in national politics. For example, third party help nationals in a way of putting pressure on political candidates so that they can address different issues. Again, they were organizing as well as mobilizing single issues and others. For example, there is segregationist American Independent Party candidate George Warash, who gained 13.5% of popular votes in 1968 election. In response, the Republican Party adopted certain strategy to win to support conservative Democrats in the South who oppose civil rights movement. By moving to this to the other question, they said that what is basic process by which bill become a law. So it is a long process when people want a bill to become a law. It means that here there are 9 steps that someone or that followed when the bill is going to become a law. First is bill is drafted. It means that members of Congress, whether from Senate or House representative, they have to draft a bill. The second one, bill is introduced. It means that after drafting a bill, they have to introduce and it is presented in the House if representative is a sponsor. Bill also can be presented in the Senate if Senate is a sponsor. The third stage, bill goes to committee. It means that the committee can decide to hold the hearing in order to get better understanding of bill implication. The next step is subcommittee. After reviewing that bill from committee, they have to send it in subcommittee. So in a subcommittee, its a bill must be referred. After being in a subcommittee, it must come back in a committee. So in a committee markup of the bill, the committee will meet a markup. It means that bill, after hearing subcommittee analysis are finished, before recommending bill to the floor, they have to come back in revision and amendments. After that, they have uh, they have they have to vote by full chamber on the bill. It means that when the bill hits the floor, it is subjected to further discussion and it can be voted by whole chambers. After coming from whole chambers, the referral of bill to other, it has to be in other chambers. When the bill house passes in the House of Senate or in the Senate, it is sent to the chamber where it normally takes some pass through committee and then to the floor. The chamber has authority to accept and refuse, or to refuse that a bill. After that, I have seen that bill goes to the president. After going in different stages, it has to go to the president. It means that president is one who sign about that bill. It means it become a law since the president finished to sign it. After president signing that bill, she or he has a power to send it to veto. The last step, there is overriding a veto. If president veto a bill, Congress has the option of overriding it. If the bill receives 2/3 majority in both the Senate and the House, president veto is overruled and the bill it become a law. Thank you so much.